Did you know there's a lavender farm right outside of Fond du Lac, Wisconsin? You do now. Dewdrop Farms is right off of Kelly Road, and we hear good things about Kelly. Welcome to Fondy Famous. I'm your host, Kelly Northley. Today we're here with Brian and Jennifer at Dewdrop Farms, and today's feature is sponsored by Steve Wirtz Builders. Thank you, Steve. If you guys would, just tell us a little bit about what this place is.
Well, this is our family farm. We bought this in 2020 and started farming lavender in 2021. So this is our 5th summer here in the Fond du Lac area.
5th summer. Okay, so you're probably starting to get things down and get a feel for things?
Yeah, well, it takes lavender about 3 years to grow to a point where you can harvest it. So last year was our first full year of production, and we had our first U-pick, and the area really came out and supported us.
Yeah, you guys had a good bit of U-picks, and you had a good bit of people for them.
Yes, we did. We were very, very surprised, and it was really nice to see the community come support us.
Yeah.
We're very excited about this year's U-pick too.
Okay, and when does your U-pick season typically start?
Usually about mid-June, but this year we're having kind of a cool spring, so it's going to be later on in June and run for 3 or 4 weeks.
Okay. You guys do this for a few weeks in the summer where you have the U-picks, but what does it look like to do this year-round? What kind of maintenance does that take?
Well, this time of year we're just getting the lavender field ready. We're doing a little bit of brief trimming, a lot of weeding, a little bit of touch up on individual plants. We do have 2,000 plants that we hand care for.
Wow. And those are all the lavender plants in the back here,
They
right?
are.
Okay. 2,000 of those.
Yeah.
Okay, and then you also have a few other plants here. Can you tell us about those?
We are trying to plant a few more annuals,
Okay.
and we'll see how that works.
Yeah.
That's a little bit of variety to what we already have. Like we're gonna have Cosmos and Clarkia, and a few other varieties that are not so common.
Right. And then up front you have some garlic, some herbs, some tomatoes, right?
Yeah.
Do you, personal farming and stuff?
Yeah.
Pretty
Yep.
much, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
And we have our vineyard,
Okay. And
For
yeah, and the
grapes?
vineyard. Yep,
Yeah.
for the grapes.
and we do our own wine for personal consumption and for friends and family.
Okay. And you guys said you get about 300-ish bottles of wine a year?
300 to 350 is
Okay.
a typical year, yeah.
Wow. So you give them out to friends and family?
Yep.
All right, as gifts and stuff. I know we've actually tried some, which was pretty cool.
Yeah.
Kind of a small world that we got that. But okay, so you do some of the, a little bit of variety of things. You also make some things from your lavender plants as well,
Yes.
correct?
Yes. So we do magnesium cream, which is one of our best sellers. A lot of people like that. We do a salve for,
We like that.
you have used that with your son.
Yep.
It's really good for eczema and all that. It's all natural products that we use. We try not to put anything weird in it.
Nothing weird, no extra
Nothing
stuff?
weird, nothing extra. We do have a little bit of preservative because you need that. But other than
Yep.
that, all the ingredients are things that you could get yourself. You can source. It's not like, chemicals that we put in the products.
Okay.
So
And
very
they can
natural.
purchase that, can they get it directly here or do they purchase it online?
They could get it directly here, but they have to. We're not here all the time, so if you do want it, text us. Online is the easiest way.
Okay.
Yes. Yeah, we have the dewdropfarm.com
Yep.
where you can buy our products there.
Yeah, I've creeped it a few times actually.
Yeah.
Okay, so you can purchase the products, but how did you get started into making those? Was it just kind of a natural, you guys were planting things and you started doing it, or?
Yeah, it's
Okay.
more like experimenting. I tried so many products.
Yep.
And then I'm trying to narrow it down to things that people like and that I like to make too and that I enjoy using.
Right.
Yes.
And we've tried a couple of things we'd like to sell.
Yeah.
So you guys have some really good stuff. And
Yeah.
then you were talking about one of the sticks, the
itch
for the
stick.
summer, the itch stick. Yes. Yeah.
Oh yeah. So I get plagued by mosquito bites all the time
Yep.
and other bugs and all that. So I created this itch stick, which if you apply it on your bug bite or your mosquito bite, it
Yep.
doesn't make it itch anymore. It's
Okay.
like really good. So I infused that with our lavender.
So it doesn't smell like stinky bug spray?
No, it's not stinky bug spray at all.
Yeah, we'll have to try that one out
Yeah,
too this summer.
definitely.
Okay. So you guys make some products. You have the U-picks. What does it all look like to kind of get to that? Do you you said that you were doing some planting and a lot of weeding and whatnot. What else do you guys do around here that kind of goes into this?
2 or 3 times a year, the lavender needs to be trimmed.
Okay.
We do that right after they flower, and then we do that again definitely in October. Once they start to die back, we want to make sure that they have a nice shape and there's nothing sticking out that can break with the snowfall. The younger plants, we actually cover a good part of the field with agricultural fabric, try to keep the temperature a little bit more mild. We're right on the edge here of some of the lavender varieties thriving because of our cold winters. We had 2 cold snaps this winter, so we do some transplanting. We do sell some plants, so we kind of have our own nursery at this point. And you know, again, like it takes 3 years, so we tend to grow it for at least a year, get it to a decent size, so if people want lavender plants in their own yard.
Yeah, yeah. It smells great too.
Yeah.
I can't wait to see them in full bloom. It's just so beautiful and it smells so good. What is your favorite part, do you think, of doing the lavender farm or having it?
I think for me, the U-pick was just amazing, just to have people come, enjoy the farm like we do, something to do for an hour or two, bring your friends, bring your sisters, bring your kids. I mean, it's just lovely. We pick in the mornings, that's when the lavender is most fragrant. It kind of goes a little sleepy in the afternoon with the heat, and kind of like me. So I like the cooler mornings, and it's just great to have the public come here and get to meet everybody and see everybody enjoying the lavender like we do.
Yeah, I think that's my favorite part too, the U-pick. It was so heartwarming to see people enjoy the fields. You know, it's something that we work really hard on, and then for people to enjoy that and to see it, you know, for ourselves, it was really a wonderful thing.
Yeah, I think the sharing is
Yeah.
is what we're most keen about.
Right, and you like start to build the community of that. People come back each year and get to check it out, and then of course
Yeah, the
Like-
word of mouth was just amazing.
Like what you are doing, you know, trying to build community within Fond du Lac.
Yep.
And I think that's important.
I agree.
Yeah.
I agree.
Yeah.
Is there anything else that you guys want to add or that I'm missing?
We do have products for the dried lavenders, like we have,
Yep, that's
like
right.
we have the sachets and we have dry lavender.
Like florals.
Okay.
Yeah.
And the other thing is we have had people come out and take pictures for like their engagement and so it's just a.
Have you started to advertise that you guys have lavender fields for pictures?
We're right on the cusp of that.
Okay.
So,
Yeah. We need to ramp up our marketing.
yeah.
Let me know.
Yes.
So,
But no, I think it would be really beautiful to take pictures. When you were talking about the U-pick,
Yeah.
I could just see people getting some really good shots in there. And,
Yes,
for
yeah.
weddings and events and things, that would be cool. Do you guys?
We just enjoy the property.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
beautiful out here. So you were saying though that you do some drying of the lavender. So that
yeah,
people
that's
can
what
come?
we saw hanging
Okay.
up. So
Okay.
that's all stored right now,
Yep.
and so there's culinary uses and sachets and
And the sugar cubes. We use
Yeah.
that in the sugar cubes too.
Yeah, that's right. You guys make sugar
Yeah.
cubes.
Yeah.
And those are really good in teas. I
Oh,
use
yeah.
that in teas.
Yeah.
Or lavender lemonade.
Even
Yeah.
like
Really good.
cocktails. We
Yes.
use them in cocktails.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yep, a bunch of different uses, huh?
Yeah.
What do you guys like about the Fond du Lac community? Because you have not, you're not from here. You've joined the community. I would love to hear what you like
just
about
everybody's
this area.
friendly and helpful.
Friendly and helpful. Yeah.
Just everyone's neighborly.
How about the food? Do you guys like the food here? We were talking about that earlier.
Oh yeah. I love food.
Yes. Same.
Brian,
I'm pretty.
he's not a foodie.
Fond du Lac
That's
could
okay.
use a couple more restaurants.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I love food. So yeah,
Okay.
I enjoy having food around here. You mentioned something about the community.
Yeah.
Something that I really find amazing is how honest and good people are here. Remember
Yeah.
you were telling me about stories about how. Tell the story about the couple of men who came to work, we called people in for certain things for the house and all that, and they would say, no, you don't need our services.
Yep.
And they provide it free, like consultation.
Yep.
So I'm like, you can't get that in the big city.
Really?
Right, Brian, I don't know, you know the details.
So you had called someone out to ask?
Just everyone is very available and prompt and just very helpful. And
Honest.
if you're looking for something that needs to be fixed or replaced, they'll give you options that you might not have thought about that aren't opening up your pocketbook necessarily. So just appreciate that. I mean, there's a lot of moving parts to a farm and lots of buildings, lots of equipment. So it takes a lot to keep things going. So.
Right. And you've had a couple people say hey, you don't need to do these things, and you can do
Exactly.
And before you were asking kind of like our cadence to the season. In August and September, what we're really busy with is the picked lavender that we pick is hanging up in our shed and drying. Not unlike drying tobacco, that takes about 4 to 6 weeks. And then we either leave that on the stem for dry floral arrangements, or we debud that, and those buds are available for sachets, pet beds, and then culinary uses once we kind of do a double sifting of those. And so lavender cupcakes, lavender ice cream, distilleries, sugar cubes, baking, those kinds of things. So that's a busy part of kind of the end of summer when it's a bit drier, and the lavender kind of does a second blooming then, but we don't necessarily harvest it at that time.
Okay. And the second blooming is around August?
We usually get a second one in August, but last year we did not.
Right.
So, weather dependent.
Yeah.
Well, thank you guys for telling us about this place and kind of explaining what you do here. And I cannot wait to share some of the pictures as it starts to bloom and to see that. And we'll have to come for UPIC too.
Yeah. Well, we would love to see everybody at UPIC, or come out and do a photo shoot for your engagement or graduation pictures. We would ask for a reservation on something like that.
Okay.
Yeah.
Excellent. And they can find that information on your Facebook page or your website, correct?
They can contact us directly from there. Shoot us an email or call us.
Call, text,
Sounds great. Thank you. Appreciate you doing this.
Thank you for having us.
Thank you, Kelly.
All right.
Happy to be part of Fond du Lac.
Thank you.